What innocent question that someone asked you, crushed you a little. A waiter asked me if my wife was pregnant once. She was just bloated from chemo side effects. Crushed me. So glad she didn't hear. She couldn't have had kids and she passed 2 years back. Edit. I just wanted to say thanks to those who commented on this. It wasn't expected. We went to the place a lot, so as a young couple he had seen over the years, it was probably a reasonable thing to assume. Also, I'm doing okay. We knew she was terminal for most of our relationship. We probably did more in those few short years than we would have normally. It hurts a lot still, but I know I have her everything I possibly could in that time. Just remember to live life like each day could be your last, people. Men at broken friendship. Ask out that girl. Follow your dream. XXX. My son undergoing chemo and radiation treatment for a bone marrow transplant. People, meaning well of course, would always ask, how's your son doing? I'd always have to fake a smile and give some shallow hopeful answer, he's fine. He's a fighter, but deep inside the question crushed me every time. No, he was suffering. Teetered on the brink of life and death. He was not fine, and every time I heard that question I was reminded of it and had to swallow the pain. My son had since recovered, but it was a very tough time. My mom accidentally called me after about 10 years of not talking. I answered all ready for a serious conversation. When I answered, she was like, wait, who's this? I say, hey mom, it's Fraggle Rocks. Her reply is what hurt. Fraggle Rocks who? Why are you calling me mom? Quote, she was so drunk. Hi, she didn't recognize her own daughter's name. Fuck I. A friend looked at me and said, I know we've talked about it before, but how did you break your nose? Quote, I've never broken my nose, this is just how it looks. Wow, Owen Wilson. Why are you so weird? Quote, I never really fit in. But I'm not sure why this question crushed me so much. When will you get better so you can play with us? My niece, who was too young to understand what disabled meant, she's older now and understands I will never get better. And we have adapted playtime to do things I can handle as well. But that broke my heart. I went to get a haircut for my fiancé's funeral. It was Friday. He had died on Tuesday. My stylist, all bubbly, said, it's been a while. The last time I saw you, you were just about to move in with your boyfriend. How's it going? The words stuck and I kind of rasped it out. Honestly though, her reaction was so wonderful. She was behind me, and just put her hands firmly on my shoulders and looked me in the eyes in the mirror. No shock, no stupid platitudes, just silent, genuine empathy. The rest of the haircut was pretty quiet, but she did everything so, like, lovingly, and didn't make a big deal out of it when I cried a little. That is a beautiful, touching story. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for saying that, friend. I got asked why I wouldn't stand up straight for a photo. I have kyphosis and am standing up as straight as I can. What's on her face, Mom? Little girl, I used to be a cashier and had terrible acne at the time. Had this happen to me a few times too. It hurts, but I know when kids say this, it's from a place of curiosity. When older people feel the need to point out my acne, it hurts a lot more. I had no friends in summer school and a girl asked me if I had any friends. Like straight up, do you have any friends? Quote, then became friends with me, but still. Did she have any friends? Yeah, she did, but I didn't. I literally didn't know what to say, since I was so shocked that someone would ask that. She sounds like she recognized your loneliness and tried to reach out. That's a good person. Rough night last night? Usually asked with a big smile. I was asked that all the time when I was younger because I had a really obvious tremor. Thing is, I did not drink or do drugs at all and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I was eventually diagnosed with Graves' disease and treated for it, but I still have a bit of a tremor. I had hyperthyroidism, then underwent radioactive iodine treatment and am now hypothyroid. My lips were often blue and I was always pale and cold with sunken-looking eyes until we got my medicine on track. People asked me all the time if I was sick because I looked like I was dying. Thyroid shit really fucks you up. And when you try to explain it, no one knows what a thyroid even is. I could never imagine getting cancer at such a young age. How are you this strong, brave? Do you stay so positive? I've stopped counting the amount of people, especially working at the hospital. I'd expect a bit more sensitivity from them, that have asked me that. Yes, I'm mid-20s, but it's not a choice that I'm staying strong. It's fucking survival. Every time someone asks me that, it feels like getting punched. No questions or advice here, just a heartfelt damn. What do you see when you look in the mirror each morning? Quote, my friend was having some body issues and she asked me this question since I was one of the most confident people she knew. She learned maybe a bit too much that day. How did you respond? If you don't mind me asking. Edit. Oh Jesus, I've started a meme train. I told her that I didn't like anything of what I saw. In fact, I actively hated everything I saw. And thank you for this train. It's been an entertaining ride. I read somewhere that the last thing you see in the mirror is what subconsciously sticks in your head the most. So if you smile at yourself before turning away, then that's what is left in your head. I've been doing that for years now and I don't beat myself up as much as I used to. Sometimes I wink at myself and/or give some finger guns. Gotta be kind to yourself and learn how to become your own friend. Not a question, but my 8-year-old niece once remarked, you don't laugh anymore. My nephew once asked me, Uncle Fuseronison, why do you look so sad, like damn kid? I was playing doctor with a 3-year-old girl once. I had been struggling with depression a lot lately at the time. So when she asked me what was wrong today, I told her, sometimes I just get sad. She had a clipboard with a sheet of square paper stickers on it. She nodded thoughtfully, scribbled something on her paper, then ripped off a sticker and stuck it to my shirt, saying, here's a duck for you. He'll make you happy. I still have that little pink duck sticker. I put it inside of my laptop, above the keyboard. He didn't cure shit, but he does make me smile. That duck didn't spend 8 years at Happy-Go-Lucky Institute for you to drag them like that. Edit. Guys, stop giving me medals. That doc is really a quack. Specialist appointment, and they did the normal thing of checking contact details. They asked if the contact number and details for my wife were still correct. I started crying. My wife passed away this time 12 months ago. Surprising how much one simple question asked in total innocence can bring you to your knees. Sorry about your wife. Hope you're doing okay. My brother recently went through this at the checking info from a past visit. They asked if my dad was still the emergency contact. He died less than a month prior. It was like getting punched in the chest. I hope you're doing better. Why don't you ever go out? Well, because I don't have anyone to go out with. Damn. Same. All of my friends are married, so being the single Pringle makes it hard to hang out with any of them anymore. My best friend flat out told me it's hard to include me in things because I'm always the odd one out. I already knew that, but damn, it hurt to actually hear it. I take my dogs out on walks. That's the extent of going out for me. Otherwise I'm a total hermit. Someone jokingly asked me if I was high because my eyes were red. I had just been diagnosed with an eye disease and told I would go blind before 50. My eyes were red from my medicated eye drops and partially from crying. I was only 16 and having a hard time coming to terms with it. How are you handling everything? my notary public, who also happens to be my boss's boss, while notarizing my divorce paperwork. Completing a divorce packet with no help from an attorney can be a real pain in the ass. But at least it kept me focused on the bureaucratic bullshit nonsense part of it rather than the fact that my 9-year marriage was ending. Turned out that as soon as someone asked me sincerely how I was doing, the answer was not at all well. I went back to my desk and had a panic attack. She gets half of that panic attack, you know? LMAO, I wish. That's the funniest, most fucked comment of my morning.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox.